Oh, say less.
We're replacing
WrestleMania.
All In.
Tony, for governor!
We outside! Bing bong! We couldn't do this without
Vince McMahon.
Psych!
Wembley.
Baby, we're taking it all the way!
CM Punk.
We had
The Elite.
it was rough shit, but we have
All In. Wrestling.
Israel for once, baby! Let's go!
WrestleMania.
We're beating that shit, baby! We're beating that shit! You're next!
Fake record.
You're fucking next! Tell me this, so
Cody.
don't you regret not coming to Hey! Don't you regret not coming to This place is a...
こんにちは、皆さん。I'm クレイトがユナイテッドエンパイア。今日は試合があった。そして彼がエンパイアの応援してくれるってよ。みんな、ブローキンテーブルポッドキャストよろしく。
Yeah, hear the battle cry under the devil's sky. The one-winged angel screams. It fuels my hopes and dreams. The best
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Broken Tables podcast. Sort of a special edition we got going on here tonight. Man, as you guys probably have heard by now, or as you saw from the title or my thumbnail, CM Punk has been terminated from All Elite Wrestling. Effective immediately, after a thorough investigation of the incidents at All In Wembley Stadium. Everyone involved in the investigation recommended the termination of CM Punk's contract, and Tony Khan agreed, and here we are. You know, this sucks, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you guys know we're big CM Punk fans here. And bear with us. Rome should be joining us in a moment. Hopefully he's got a minute to get away, and he is actually at work here tonight. He's definitely not going to be on video, but we're going to have him on audio, hopefully somewhere over the next few moments, so he can just jump. There he is.
I wish I was dead, but I'm here.
Oh man, it's rough, man. Rough. I mean, both.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we both came to that conclusion that this is what Tony should do, and here we are, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like you said, we talked about it on the last podcast, and I mean, it sucks. As a CM Punk fan, he's my favorite wrestler of all time, and he still is. That doesn't change anything. Unlike some of these weirdos online, I'm not going to all of a sudden hate him as a wrestler for the fact that he just couldn't get along with people in the locker room. But you know, like, I get it. Like, you can't act that way, and it's not acceptable. And Tony Khan had to do the right thing and put his foot down. And I respect Tony for doing that, because it's obviously not a smart idea in terms of doing numbers, in my opinion. But it's the right thing to do.
It is.
But I mean, I will say this, because I probably have like 5 or 10 minutes I can go, but I do question the wisdom of dropping this news like 3 hours before you do a live Chicago TV audience and 1 day before you do a live Chicago pay-per-view. I have concerns in terms of that.
So I totally feel you on that, but at the same time, if you like think about the flip side of he's being transparent and he's gonna tell you before, you know, that way he doesn't or that way people don't accuse him of holding the info until after the shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, I would say you should absolutely not be telling people, a Chicago crowd, that their Messiah is not going to be there. I just think that that's a
Yeah.
really, really. I get it. Look, and people are going to be like, Rome, do you not want transparency? I do want transparency. I think that's one of Tony Khan's biggest shortcomings is the transparency of what's going on in his company sometimes. But man, I don't know. I'm at work till 9, so I'm not going to be able to catch Collision live. But
Yeah.
if I am a diehard CM Punk fan, who, mind you, these tickets went on sale months ago, and you're thinking that CM Punk is going to be all over this Collision in Chicago and All Out pay-per-view tomorrow,
Yep.
I don't know. I just that's where my opinions lie on that. Where it's like I just
Yeah.
don't know if it was the right call to put this news out now. And I mean, like, especially because, like, we've talked about it since for a while now, that, like, I'm already very concerned about the All Out buy rates. I mean, you're looking at it a week after a pay-per-view already. The card is not where you really want it to be. I mean, I think Orange Cassidy and Mox is going to be phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
I mean, looking at the card in general, I mean, many people are calling it a Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and they're not wrong. So it's like
Feels like it.
there's a lot of issues with this pay-per-view in terms of justifying the buy rate and, like, spending $50 on this pay-per-view, and this doesn't help it. Like, would it be a little disingenuous to not say anything to maybe people buy the pay-per-view hoping that Punk will be there? Yeah, maybe it's a little disingenuous, and I'm not saying that's the reason why you do it, but, like, I don't see and again, like, this isn't defending the firing or being against the firing. Like, the firing happened and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I would not have said it before you go to Chicago.
No,
because
I totally see
that
that
crowd-
side of it. Yeah, you know, I totally feel you there. I think we even talked
That
about
crowd
that
could be out
on
for blood.
Wednesday.
That crowd could be out for blood. I mean, that's me.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. Maybe the crowd shows up and they're like, you know what, we just love AEW this much that, like, CM Punk, it's not going to bother us, and that might happen.
Let's see if they got any of the old Philadelphia Trey Turner in them, you know. Let's see if they come out there and cheer even harder this week, you know.
I would hope so, but at the same time, I mean, again, we know how strongly that connection is between the Chicago crowd and Punk. So
yeah.
But I'll be right back, Joe.
All right, no worries. I mean, man, this is, like I was saying here, we are massive CM Punk fans here. Like, for Christmas one year, I got Rome a comic book that CM Punk wrote. He's the writer, and it's I believe it's a Thor comic, and it's #1. You know what I mean? Like, and it's wild, man. I just can't believe that after I would definitely call it a second chance. After getting a second chance and coming back to Collision after his injury from Brawl Out and all of that whole incident, I can't believe this guy just went and did it again so soon. And so if you haven't heard what the story is as of right now, so somebody who is what they call a neutral party, which to me sounds like a security of some sort at Wembley. I'm just throwing that out there as what I think it could be, who it could be. No idea who it is, but somebody who is supposed to be a neutral source in the investigation, right, is saying that as Jack came back through the curtain, CM Punk immediately walked up to him and got in his face and said, "Do you have a problem?" And Jack was like, "Dude, I'm just trying to get some heel heat. That had nothing personal about it. I'm just trying to get some heel heat." And apparently Punk immediately, they say, struck Jack. I'm guessing it was a pie face. Because that is definitely a strike. It's basically like a palm strike, you know what I mean? I'm guessing it was a palm strike, but he could have punched him. And a tussle ensued. You know, a chokehold was applied, and I believe it was Samoa Joe that actually kind of convinced Punk to calm down. He convinced CM Punk to go out and have the match. Punk was ready to quit right there. He was yelling and screaming at Tony right there. Apparently, he lunged into Tony's direction after the fight was broken up with Jack. And Samoa Joe was able to calm him down and say, listen, dude, I want to have this match at Wembley. Let's fucking get out there and do this. And then you can deal with this shit when you come back. So if we're to believe the new story that is out, which coincides with him being terminated from the company, it would appear that CM Punk directly went straight for Jack as Jack came in from his match, came through Gorilla. Jack basically said, hey, this was just me trying to get some heel heat out there in the camera. Had nothing personal about it. And Punk, you know, thin skin, whatever you guys want to call it, didn't take too kindly to Jack's little spout into the camera. And now, I want to ask anybody that's a viewer right now, like, and I'm sorry, guys, I haven't said hello to you guys yet. What's up, everybody in chat? We got Michael Duke, we got Miaja. Welcome, guys. Thank you guys very much for being here. If you watched All In, when you saw the spot with Jack saying to the camera, that's real glass, cry me a river, I enjoyed the shit out of him saying that. And I'm a massive CM Punk fan, you know what I mean? So, like, it doesn't fly with me at all that CM Punk got butthurt about that. Like, not even a little bit is that okay with me. I thought it was an absolutely tremendous line that Jack came up with right there. Should he have ran it by Punk before he did it? Maybe. Was he being a little bit of a fucking snarky little asshole doing it without running it by Punk? Maybe. But listen.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You know, like, this is the way it goes. You know what I mean? Like, look at LA Knight and The Miz going back and forth right now. Like, they're taking low blow shots at each other like crazy. But I don't know, man. It was just, I enjoyed the spot tremendously. Like, remember me and you both were like, oh, like, I liked the spot with Jack when he said that. Didn't you?
For sure. I mean, I did. It's very entertaining television. I don't know. Like, it's like I said earlier, and Nat's here. What's up, Nat? I mean,
What up, Nat?
obviously, it's annoying and it's stupid, but
Yeah.
like, you know, Punk has to not react to it. And like, here's the thing: like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Punk is purely in the wrong. I mean, he is in the wrong, but he's not the only one in the wrong. I mean, I don't think that it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I think he was provoked, but I mean, Punk can't go up to people and just start fights. Like, you have the right call to fire him. It sucks.
Yeah.
You know, and you hate to see
Yeah,
it.
like I said, was Jack being a snarky little asshole? Possibly, probably. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
But
I think both sides were petty as fuck. I think
yes,
you have Punk
exactly.
banning people from Collision, which is just fucking weird. It's super weird. I don't know why he was allowed
And
to
like,
do that in the first place. And
for
like,
me,
you know that it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, if I was in Punk's shoes, I would have laughed at it even if I was pissed, and then I would have looked at Jack and been like, I'll deal with your bitch ass later as he walked by. You know what I mean? Like, instead of just being like, I got a match in 30 seconds. Hey, let's start a fight. Like, what kind of mentality is that? That's insane.
Yeah, it's just baffling, and I don't understand what exactly, like, what the thought process was. I don't
Yeah.
know if the dude thought he was bigger than the company, which, I mean, he's not. I
No.
don't really think anybody is. I mean, I know people would say the elite are, but I think that at the end of the day, it's Tony's company, and Tony needs to make sure that there's nobody bigger that's going to do what Punk did, which is why I think that firing Punk is the right call.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm a little scatterbrained. I'm literally working as I'm talking, but
No, you're good.
but I think, yeah, it's super unfortunate. I mean, especially if you're a Punk fan. I mean, you don't want to see it. You don't want Punk to do that. Nat says in the chat, and then mutually got into a fight, it would be a different story. How many times do you start throwing strike someone every time they make you upset? No, and I agree with you, Nat. That's
Yeah.
my point. Is at what point was Punk going to not just be the biggest idiot in the world? Stupid. It was
Yeah.
totally unnecessary on his part to start fights that, like, really, like, I don't understand why they escalated as big as they did. So,
Yeah.
like, to this day, none of it really seems
And
worthwhile. Even looking back to the brawl out, it's in general, it's a very disappointing moment in his legacy. And obviously, some people are going to look at it, and that's going to be his legacy, that he was what this was. I mean, again, like, I think it was the right call to fire him. I'm still gonna. You ask me who's my favorite wrestler, I'm not gonna change my mind though. That would just be weird. That's just weird.
yeah, I
You
mean,
got
I
going.
don't hate CM Punk. I hate Phil Brooks at the moment. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes any sense.
I mean, I'm mad at the guy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that,
Yeah.
like, you had the opportunity to, and I mean, they did the run. The run there from 2021 to 2022. That was a hell of a year, and that's going to be something that the company, that people can look back on and enjoy if you're a CM Punk fan. And the business AEW was doing at that point,
Yeah.
like. But, like, man, I mean, obviously, as a CM Punk fan, I'm super fucking pissed at the guy. I mean, how the fuck do you fumble this? Where, like, this was a dream. We were living the dream here.
Yep.
Like, we had Punk and the Elite, Adam Cole, Brian Danielson.
And one of the worst parts for me is, like, we were defending the dude as much as we could. You know what I mean? And everybody was saying it's gonna happen again. And I was just like, no, I don't believe you. You know what I mean? And here we are.
Sorry, you cut out. What did you say?
I was just saying, like, we were talking about how he's basically the problem. You know what I mean? Like, it's that Taylor Swift song. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
but Queen Nat said it perfectly here in the chat. The most adult thing for him to do would have been to just ignore Jack and tell Tony, like, hey, me and him need to talk after my match. You know what I mean? But instead, no, he decides to walk up and pie face him or punch him in the face. Like, that wouldn't even fly in the UFC. Like, they have fights backstage in the UFC. People seem to forget that a lot because, when you're dealing with fighters and testosterone, this shit happens. But this is, like, inexcusable, the way that he just does it out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, I'm not going to sit here and defend the guy. I mean, it's just kind of in general a head scratcher.
Yeah, you're cutting out pretty bad there. Are you in, like, the back rooms?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
I was saying it's kind of baffling for me to see this guy just be a complete idiot. I mean, it's just kind of, yeah. I mean, it's baffling. It's baffling how
Yeah.
you have this second chance, and again,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna look back on the CM Punk run and enjoy the hell out of it for what it is. I mean, the first dance and Darby, his run with MJF, Eddie Kingston, the thing with Hangman leading up to the world title win, you guys world title win. There was a lot of good there and a lot of great stuff there that I'm gonna enjoy. But I mean, circling back, I just think Tony Khan made the right call.
Yeah.
It's not the call that I want to have happen, but that doesn't make it the wrong.
So
I'm
it's the
happy about
call.
it? No.
It's the call that the company needs as a whole, because when you think about it, this now removes the idea that anybody is indispensable. If they will fire CM Punk, there's nobody that they won't. Maybe Kenny and the Bucks, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, nobody's off limits now. So I think this is going to help. If anybody thinks they can walk all over Tony Khan, like, basically, like, if anything good comes out of this, it's going to be the fact that the locker room sees a little bit of strength in Tony. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I said, I think I said that when I started. Again, apologies if I'm scatterbrained. I am currently at work. I did not want to not be a part of this podcast stream.
Oh, it's all
whatever.
good, man.
But I think that it just it was the right call. It's the betterment of the future of the company. I mean, I said it on the last podcast. Is without AEW, the chances of me being a pro wrestling fan, continuing to be a pro wrestling fan, are extremely slim. Obviously, I like to go out and experiment, and ordered like 3 New Japan shows last year, or no, this year. Jesus Christ, this year. was front row for a New Japan pay-per-view. You know, Coop's always telling us about AAA, what's going on down in Mexico, and I always listen and appreciate and soak that in and learn. And I love pro wrestling, but without that center base of AEW, obviously being here, it's the
Yeah.
company that is convenient to my life, that I think caters to my interests as a pro wrestling fan as much as possible, while also bringing me in the spice of life variety that I'm looking for. So I mean, I want AEW to succeed. I want it to grow. I want it to be better. So it's the right call to get rid of the guy. I mean, that black cloud over the company is going to disperse. I mean, do I still have, from a business perspective, concerns? Yeah, I have a few concerns. I mean, like I already said about the crowds tonight and tomorrow in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about Collision than I've ever been. I will say I've been harsh.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
we're gonna go right
product.
into Collision here tonight. I'm gonna watch Collision, see what our first Collision without CM Punk is gonna look like here tonight. Especially, more than likely gonna kind of be scrambled to put together a little bit, you know. But I'm sure he predicted this a few days ago that Punk wouldn't be here.
I mean, that's why I think Dennis Rodman's on there tonight, is to
Oh,
be
yeah.
a hometown guy. I mean, you got to think that. But I mean, looking at Collision, you're gonna have to pick up the fucking pace on Collision if your top draw
Hey, man.
is not
Well,
going
look,
to be on the show. I mean, these 2 squash matches a week, it's not going to fly. Like you need to start telling some compelling storylines on this show, and like really like keep your foot on the gas. I mean, we are in college football season. There is a lot of competition on Saturday nights, which
yeah.
we talked about. It was coming, and it's here now, and they're going to have to figure it out. And the show's going to have to pick up the pace, pick up the slack, and be better. Because as of right now, the Collision that we've gotten the last month, without, like, if you take CM Punk out of that, I mean, maybe people are going to disagree with this. I don't think the show is very good. Obviously, there's great matches on there, but if you're talking about competing against, you know, swimming in the deep waters of Saturday night television, I don't know. That's a big stretch. I mean,
Yeah.
I would definitely, they better stop having these 2-3 squash matches a show, because that's gonna.
I actually think this is going to be a good episode of Collision now that Nat pointed out that they've known Punk wasn't going to be here for a long time. This is one of the nights he's doing commentary for MMA. So I think this is going to be a good episode. They've had plenty of time to prepare for no CM Punk here. I can't believe we're sitting here talking about this, man. And we got Mad God in the chat saying Punk coming home to WWE, baby. And you know what's funny? I do not think you are possibly wrong. I think there's a slight chance that they're so desperate in the E to get a shot at AEW. I really do believe that they would hire him just to have him cut a promo on Tony Khan. Are you still there, Rome? All right, so Rome must have had to go back to work there. We got Kowa. He says, all right, so Punk flies off the handle. This isn't a new wave Lawler versus Kaufman deal. No, Lawler versus Kaufman. I mean, that was back in a different day of wrestling where not everybody was in the belief of that it was predetermined. And it's still it's still disrespectful to say that to a wrestler now that, oh, it's fake. That shit ain't fake. If you've ever been at a show and found some crazy dude that wants to get into a chopping contest with you, you know what I mean? Like, I've done so. It hurts, you know what I mean? Falling on the mats, all that shit hurts. It's very disrespectful to tell them that it's fake. You know what I mean? So when a comedian said something like that to a wrestler back in the day, like, he was going to put him in his place. This is completely different, Koa. Jack Perry said something that was heelish, and CM Punk got his panties twisted in a bunch. And instead of waiting till after his match at the largest show in the history of wrestling, he decided to just get into a fight immediately before his match. You know, that it's wild, man. It's absolutely wild.
Just to jump in real quick, because I had to step away when that comment about him going to WWE came in. I don't think that I don't see that happening.
What
I
about
think
that?
Punk's done.
Remember that Raw where he was backstage and he was buddy buddy with everyone, and everyone was like, "Hey, bro, what's going on?" He shook Triple H's hand.
Sure, and like, yeah, I definitely remember that. And again, I could be 100% wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and like bet money on it, but I would assume the guy is just done. I mean, right? Like,
Yeah, the chat makes a good point. He'd
I
get into a
can't think.
fight with Triple H or Seth Rollins immediately.
Well, so here's the flip side, right? I would say why WWE doesn't want CM Punk. I don't think they want CM Punk. That's why they asked him to leave. They don't want CM Punk.
Well,
They
I
don't want
think
him
they
there.
would love a promo against Tony Khan though for one night or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but they don't want to deal with him. They view him as a headache, and they're happy that he's out of the pro wrestling
True.
world.
True.
But I'll be right back again.
All right. Yeah, chat, you guys are right. Seth Rollins, I don't think Seth would have it. I think Seth would be like, absolutely fucking not. You are not bringing him into this locker room. I really feel like Seth Rollins would put his foot down there. Even Cody Rhodes, you never know, man. Cody might even be like, But oh man, what a wild night here. I mean, I expected this, to be honest with you. After seeing some of the stories and all of that stuff and hearing a few of what really went down backstage, wasn't shocked at all to hear this news, but I was shocked to hear it today. Just like Rome was saying, I am very surprised that they decided to put this out before Collision and before All Out. You could say that it's overshadowing Payback, but I pretty much doubt it. You know what I mean? They might have tried to do that to kind of get out in front of Payback and get trending first, which they've definitely done. Why you guys think they put it out tonight? You think Tony Khan was trying to be transparent with the fans? That way he can say, listen, the moment that we decided that he was terminated, we let the fans know, just in case you bought tickets expecting to see CM Punk here on Saturday Night Collision or on Sunday night's All Out. If that's why you bought your tickets, you know now you can get your refunds, or you can support AEW, come to the show, and cheer your little hearts out. What do you guys think? Nat says, I am not surprised it was put out. The investigation ended and the new account was released. So Tony would look weak if he didn't immediately respond to it. I completely agree. He would have been absolutely decimated online if he had waited until after the two shows. He would have been accused of trying to make all these people think CM Punk was going to be there. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Nat. It was definitely the right move from being the face of the corporation, which Tony does put himself, he doesn't have any authority figures out there. It was the right move here. I do believe it was. Even though you might think like, hey, why wouldn't you try to sell All Out with the hopes of Punk being there? But no, I think this was the right move on Tony's part here. Let the fans know as soon as your investigation was over, Punk has been terminated. We're letting the fans know. We're letting you know before Collision. We're letting you know before All Out. It's very good to like actually sit back and think like, oh, Tony had a perfect opportunity to take Collision tonight and make you think he might be there at All Out. He had a great opportunity to do that. Could have probably sold some pay-per-views. You know what I mean?
What's going on?
I was saying that Tony had every opportunity to hold back this information and try to sell some more pay-per-views on Sunday. But I think it's a really good thing that he was transparent and came out with that info today. The more I think about it, the more I like it.
I mean, yeah, it's what you want from Tony as a customer. But
Absolutely,
yeah,
as a customer. I didn't even think about it like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm going to continue to be concerned about the business side of it. Again, that's not as a customer. It's looking at it as someone who wants the business to do well. I do have a lot of concerns on that end still, but I mean, I get it.
I'm going to be honest. I think Punk did a good enough job lifting Ricky Starks up before all this shit went down, that if you start pushing Ricky Starks on Collision, and imagine the Bucks show up on Collision tonight. Wouldn't that be wild? Like,
no, No, that would be. I don't think that would be wise. I would not do that.
In Chicago, the fucking roof would explode, dude.
I just, to me, that's a middle finger to the Chicago fans. I would not.
Okay,
I
when
would
you put it that
absolutely
way,
not
I say,
have-
yeah, okay. When you put it that way,
that would be for me. I mean, like if I was from Chicago, or like if I was at that show, I would. And again, people are going to be like, "Well, screw the Chicago fans. Who cares?" I get your point, and I'm not defending the Chicago fans, but I'm just stating what I think would factually happen. I think the Chicago fans would look at that as like, "Oh, hey, your boy got fired. Here's the guys who are the main reason he's gone. Like the fight with the elite is what started this all, and then the elite's
yeah,
friends
you're right.
were the ones he always beefed with. Like Jack Perry is an elite guy. We don't talk about that, but he's known the elite for a long time. He's from that SoCal area, and like
Oh, that's true.
there
Aren't the Bucks are performing on the pay-per-view anyway? Why not put them on tonight?
No, I get that, but I would at least wait till tomorrow if you're gonna do
Yeah,
that.
it's I get you though. I got it.
Again, I'm just trying to think of the optics of the company. I mean, you don't want it's going to be take away from the show as is if the story coming out of it is Punk got fired and the fans hijacked the show and booed the shit out of everybody and got mad when the elite showed up. I mean,
Yeah.
again, it's all about perception. I talk about it all the time. It's what I had said last time about Punk being fired. Is right or wrong? I think it's right. I think it's the right thing to do. You got to do what you got to do to protect your
Gotta
company.
do what you gotta do.
But perception matters. That's why they fired Punk. If it wasn't like that, they wouldn't have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if we go back over the career of the AEW career over CM Punk, so his first incident was Brawl Out, right? He was suspended. He had that long injury rehab. He was given his second chance, as he should have been, right? A lot of people wanted him fired then, and I'm like, no, you get, you have one altercation, you get another chance, right? Here is his second altercation. It was investigated thoroughly over a week, I believe. Or not over a week. You guys get what I'm saying. It was investigated thoroughly, and we've come to the conclusion that he was at fault. This is his second time, and guess what? It deems termination. And I think he's played this right the entire way through. To be honest with you, now that we've gotten here, I think if we look back at it, with 2020 vision, I feel like Tony has played this all properly from the beginning. To be honest,
I don't agree with that.
No. Where would you have gone different?
I would have, instead of trying to split everybody up, knowing that wasn't going to work. I still to this day, and I guess for the rest of my time as a wrestling fan, whether that be my life or 5 years or whatever, I'm always going to question and criticize the idea of just trying to not sweep it under the rug, but the fact that we never had an all hands on deck meeting where everybody had to be there, including Punk and the elite. At the end of the day, I don't care if you have to have lawyers present in the room to keep everybody fucking quiet. I think that the fact that never happened, the fact that there was never this big company wide meeting to smooth things out, I think the fact that never happened, and again, people can have the opinions of should they have to do that? Should they not have to do that? Does it matter if they didn't do that? I think it does. But I think at the end of the day, I think Tony did not handle this well. I mean, Tony fumbled this. I mean, we talk about Mercedes Moné not showing up at that Dynamite in January is his biggest shortcoming. I mean, in the history of AEW, this is his biggest shortcoming. The fact that he had the elite and CM Punk and he fucking couldn't make it work. I think that's
okay.
That's
so I agree with where
I
you're.
love Tony. I love Tony. I'm not gonna, and I do have to go in a few minutes, so I'm just gonna kind of wrap up. But I love Tony Khan. But you can't tell me that this dude. I hate to be this guy that says this because I don't like Vince McMahon. I fucking hate Vince McMahon. But if this shit happened under Vince's watch, Vince would have called these guys into a fucking room and headlocked them until they all decided to make it work. And I'm not saying that I want Tony Khan to be more like Vince McMahon. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, you got to get these guys together. You have the greatest roster in the history of sports, and I'm not being hyperbolic there. I do I do think that 2021 roster was the greatest roster, like that tail end 2021 through most of 2022. That
Yeah.
was the greatest roster in the company's history and pro wrestling history in general. For me, that trumps the Attitude Era, that trumps everything. I mean, you have so much goddamn talent on that roster for that year stretch. And I'll even include Cody on that. Like, you fumbled that roster. Like that happened. That's something that factually happened. Like,
So like I get what you're saying about not being able to get the Bucks and Punk together, but seeing where we're at now, I'm not sure that was even a possibility. So like I said, I still feel like he definitely handled it properly now. And like Miojo was asking in the chat, is it just me or was this investigation on this fight quicker? Yeah, it was much quicker because there was security footage of it happening. It literally happened right in front of Tony Khan. They kind of spilled into where he was watching, on his monitors. I think the monitors even fell into Tony Khan's lap. So that's why it was a lot quicker. Like they knew exactly what happened. They just had to go through the legal process of the investigation, like Nat put with the quotes there. And
just
man,
real quick, Jeff, real quick. I
Yep.
actually do need to bounce.
No problem.
So thanks everybody.
Thank
Enjoy
you for
Collision.
hopping in
I'll
with
probably
us.
Check it out. Yeah, of course. I'll try to catch up on Collision later tonight. I'll give my thoughts in the Discord. So if you want, jump in the Discord and you can hear my thoughts on Collision there, since I'm working my life away. But
Yeah.
okay, I gotta go.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, bye.
All right, that's our co-host Rome from work. Had to join us as much as he could here tonight for this honestly expected but unexpected. I didn't expect it today, but I definitely expected this outcome from this. And I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who was here joining with us tonight. Please, if you guys have not already, drop an elbow onto that like button. If you're not one of our subscribers, please hit that subscribe button. You will be in the running for this being announced right now. I wish I had some cool buttons and stuff. We're announcing this right now. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, which we're at about 712 right now, we will be doing a giveaway for one autographed card of a wrestling card. This is from Leaf Heroes of Wrestling 2023. This box here, this blaster box, has one autograph in here. It says that it includes Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, Bret Hart, Sasha Banks, and many more. So there is one guaranteed autograph in here, and when we hit 1,000, we will be doing a giveaway. I'll open this live on stream, so you'll see who the autograph is. Hopefully we get something sweet like a Chris Jericho or a Bret Hart. Oh, that'd be sick. Really appreciate everybody joining us tonight. I hope you guys stick with us for our AEW Collision watch along. We're gonna do a watch along for this one. I want to see what goes down on this collision, if there's any references or anything like that. I want to see if Jack is on the show. I definitely want to see what's going down with Ricky Starks and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat now, because Punk was, the centerpiece of that story right there. So we got to figure out what's going on with with Steamboat and Ricky Starks. This is just wild, man. And for those of you who haven't heard the updated version of what happened, we'll go over it one more time here. So during Jack's match with Hook, they had a spot on the hood of that car where they went through the windshield, real glass. Jack Perry slapped the glass and said, "Real glass, cry me a river," which I thought was a great line. I thought it was a fantastic heel line. It was just a nice little stabby stab into the rib cage, of CM Punk. Was he being a little asshole? Probably. Was he provoking Punk a little bit? Yeah, but this is wrestling, man. You gotta have thick skin in wrestling. Like that's insane. Oh, you out of here, Mike? Where are you heading out, man? I appreciate you being here with us, man. Rome leaves and everybody bounces on me. I get it. I see how it is. So Punk sees this while he is backstage getting ready for his match, which was the next match, I believe. As Jack comes through Gorilla, Punk immediately confronts him, gets into his face, and asks him, "Do you have a problem?" Jack Perry says, "Yo, man, I didn't mean anything by that. It was all just trying to get some heel heat." Apparently, Punk didn't like his answer, so he struck Jack Perry. I would imagine it was some sort of a pie face, or could have been a slap, could have even been a punch. No idea. We'll find that out eventually. I'm sure the video footage will emerge somewhere. There is video footage from the security cameras at Wembley. I'm gonna be honest, like when you see security footage sometimes, like if it turns out to be all black and white and grainy and like up from the corner, it's gonna look so fake and funny. But I'm sure eventually one of them security guards is gonna get paid a decent amount to release that footage. TMZ, I bet, would love to have that footage. They'll probably pay upwards of like $100,000 for something like that. We'll see. So they got into a little scuffle. Jack wound up getting himself into a little bit of a headlock. They spilled into the monitors that Tony Khan and the crew were using to watch the show. As soon as the fight was broken up by, I believe, I'm not positive on this one, this isn't confirmed, but it seems to be that Samoa Joe broke up the fight. Samoa Joe was able to calm Punk down. He was able to get him to realize, like, hey, I really want to go do this match. You're about to screw me over as much as yourself. So Punk and Joe decided to go out and have their match. Apparently Punk lunged in Tony Khan's direction, threatening to quit in the middle of all of this. Wild situation backstage. And, there is something I haven't talked about yet tonight that I kind of wanted to go over, because the more that I was thinking about this, like, this is a big deal of why CM Punk was already pissed off in Wembley. So Punk arrives to London fairly late, okay? If you want to fault him for not getting there till a couple of hours before the show, go right ahead. Lots of guys do it in wrestling. They arrive right before the show. Should you do it in the biggest show of all time? Probably not. You want to fault him for it? Go for it. Punk arrives with a few hours to spare to get to his hotel and then get to Wembley for the show. He gets to the airport and there is nobody waiting for him. There is no car. There is no communication. There is no nothing. He is standing there at the airport with nowhere to go. Luckily, everyone speaks English, right? So he's able to call a bunch of people at AEW, and he winds up getting a phone number that he's supposed to call to make the travel arrangements. Apparently, the phone call doesn't go anywhere. He's not able to make any travel arrangements. He could have easily just asked any taxi cab, take me to this hotel, or whatever. Somehow, some way, he finds himself on a train. And for those of you who are our UK viewers, I am sure you guys understand that train system where you got to hop on this one to get to this one, to get to that one, to get to that one, to get back to this one, to get over to that one, right? All of this seems like self-inflicted wounds. Nonetheless, he finally makes his way to his hotel, finally makes his way to the show, and he's already pissed. Now, the person who is technically responsible for these travel arrangements that didn't happen is Rosario Guerrillo on Twitter. I'm not sure that's the actual name. And apparently they are the ones who are the travel arrangements for AEW. And if you know anything about their Twitter account, they are massive elite stands, right? Or he, whatever, the person, Grillo. They're huge CM Punk fans. There's huge Young Bucks fans. Some people are accusing him of doing this on purpose. There's a few people on Twitter that have listed like 15 things that have happened backstage and what they call mobbing. They kind of like put the definition of this word mobbing, where a bunch of people get together to bully somebody and it gets them to have reactions. So people only see that person's reactions. They never got to see the bullying, right? And I'm just like, I get it. But if this is how CM Punk tries to defend himself from a bunch of kids or children, as he likes to put it, if that's how you're going to defend yourself, just by punching people in the face, like, who's the child? You know what I mean? Like, I'm an adult. I can deal with a kid way easier than just punching him in the face. But that's where we're at, so... Yo, and Miyaja, I said the same exact thing, man. I was like, wait a minute. How does this dude have a wife that seems to be such a nice lady? And I haven't heard a word about her telling him, like, bro, time to look in the mirror, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's wild. The wild situation with this guy. I mean, the temper, Mike Tyson had a crazy temper. They threw him on some meds. Wonder if he gets himself some help, goes and sees some sort of I hate saying the word psychiatrist because it just sounds, to me, it just sounds so, bleh. Well, what if he goes and sees somebody, a shrink, whatever you want to call it, finds the source of this inner anger he's got going on, and I don't know. I don't see a third coming of Punk. I was going to say the Antichrist, but I don't see the third coming of Punk, I don't, unless you consider this kind of the third coming, but no, he was never fired. This is his second time of being done. Not sure I see a third coming in AEW, especially in AEW. There's definitely a possibility he makes it back to the E. I swear to you guys, the moment that all of this went down, I was like, dude, he went to Monday Night Raw in Chicago. He was shaking hands. Apparently, he talked to Triple H and shook his hand. Listen, in that business, Vince even told his kids nothing is off limits. You know what I mean? There is no way that if Fox came to them and was like, we want Punk for an episode of SmackDown, give us Punk for an episode of SmackDown, I don't think there's any way that they don't do it. Nat says, imagine if Punk tries to start his own company like Cody and the Elite. Who's going to follow him? What up, John? Jeff, Punk started in the early 2000s. Go look at the culture of the late 90s. You can't fault somebody for being for their nature. Yeah, I mean, I agree to an extent, but your nature can't be to just punch someone in the face, man. Like I trained MMA and UFC for years, dude, and anybody that acted like that in the gym, it was time to go, bro. Like, it's just, like, I see where he's coming from. Like, if he feels like all these dudes are ganging up and bullying him, like, he needs to do it the right way. And, and what is that right way? I'll admit, I don't know. I am not a human resources person. I don't run a massive organization or company. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just give you that answer, but I can definitely tell you that just punching someone in the face ain't the first thing you should be doing, especially not in 2023. Like, if this was the 90s, like you're saying, John, like if this was the 90s, I would have been like, yeah, fuck those dudes. You know what I mean? Because that's how, like, it was back then, but the world's a changing, it's 2023. Santana might follow him. He's trying to distract from the Punk stuff off online. I think Santana's absolutely a AEW fan. He posted a thing the other day that was like, I started here 4 years ago. I think we're good with Santana staying, getting his second chance after blowing out his knee. He looks incredible, and everybody thinks he looks really good too. So there was some sort of strike, Kawa. Some sort of a strike. I'm guessing a palm strike or a pie face type thing. Could have been a punch, could have been a slap, but there was also a choke. I hear it was a front headlock, so like Perry was kind of like trying to tackle him, and CM Punk had him in a guillotine, if you know the MMA terms. And John says, that's fair. I think Punk remembers being in the E and having to put up with a lot of bullshit and respecting the vets. He comes to AEW and doesn't see the new guys doing the same. No, absolutely not. Like, he came in and you can definitely see, like, Hangman and those dudes were just kind of like, what's up? You know? I get it. It is what it is. It's just, when you leave a company saying you wanted to avoid all the drama, and then you come and start a bunch of drama, doesn't look good, you know? It's, don't know what else to, I'm so mad, dude. Like, I was such a massive CM Punk fan. We all know Rome's a massive CM Punk fan. He still is, you know what I mean? It's not like he's not gonna change his mind that CM Punk is his favorite wrestler of all time. Like, him getting fired from AEW, that doesn't change the way that I look back at his career of one of the best on the mic ever. It's just one of those, like, damn, it was pretty unfortunate that he had to be an asshole. You know what I mean? Damn it. But here we are. I honestly think CM Punk did a great job throughout the short time he was with AEW. We got MJF fucking up here. We got Ricky Starks being put over tremendously the last couple of weeks that he was actually involved with Punk. John says, are we going to live stream review the pay-per-view tomorrow? Dude, I don't even know what we're doing for the pay-per-view tomorrow yet. I'm imagining I'm going to do a watch-along. I think our safest bet would be to say we're going to do a watch-along for it. And you are more than welcome to join us here in chat. You know, we'll be watching it on screen and just reacting to it live, I think is what we'll do. Especially since he says you don't know one match on the card. It's a lot of Ring of Honor stuff, John. We got the Ring of Honor Championship, Tag Team Championships, which will be MJF and Adam Cole. So it's still kind of like AEW, you know what I mean? They'll be defending the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. I want to say it's against Aussie Open, but I forget who won that Battle Royale. I didn't catch Rampage yet. I apologize. I think there's a couple of other, there's a Ring of Honor Television Championship. Samoa Joe is going to face, man, I'm burnt out now. Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor is going to face Samoa Joe. And I think we're going to get the rest of the card tonight. We're going to get most of the card finished up tonight. Mia just says it's going to be so awkward when I catch up with all the episodes. That's right. You're down in, is it Brazil, Miaja? Or Colombia? Is it Colombia? The Dark Order one. That's right. It was Silver and Reynolds that won. Thank you, Nat. So MJF and Adam Cole versus Dark Order. Something better happen there. Oof. Can't wait to see what the autograph is in this box, man. I'm actually like, I'm stoked for that. I can't believe I found that. It was tough to find. Brazil. Yeah, John, I completely agree. I'm going to be honest with you. I expect to see him. I actually expect it. I don't know why, just something is just telling me the WWE are going to jump at this chance. I wouldn't be shocked if Triple H himself makes the call hey, bud. Absolutely, Ryan. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think Collision's going to suffer one bit. We still got the top guys, FTR. We still got Bullet Club Gold. We got Jay White. We got fucking Juice, Rock Hard Robinson. We got the Guns, who are amazing in their new position with the Bullet Club Gold. I'm not worried at all. Ricky Starks should be the new main star of Collision right now. I mean, we got like I said, Jay White, Ricky Starks, Juice. Woo, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? Mia just says, what if the WWE calls Punk to be inducted into the Hall of Fame? I'm not sure Punk would want to be in their Hall of Fame, to be honest with you, after some of the things that he has said. But you never know. Especially now, like he sort of knowing Punk a little bit more now, seems like he may be a little bit like spiteful. There's a good possibility that Punk would actually want to go back over there. You know, I don't even know. It's wild, man. What up, War Machine? Miro? All right, so if you haven't heard what happened with Miro, I kind of eliminated this entire thing from the story, which it's the first time we've actually mentioned the part with Miro here tonight. So after Punk had come back from his match, he walked straight through Gorilla and almost straight to his locker room. On the way to his locker room, Miro stopped Punk with the old friendly hand on the shoulder. And he was like, Punk, are you okay, dude? And CM Punk said, I'm fine, unless you want to fight me too. This was absolutely in jest as two friends. Punk just had a fight and then a match. He was exhausted. He was pissed off. And he was just making a little joke to Miro, right? Somebody who was nearby heard this and said, no, they weren't joking, right? Because it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. You never know, especially after seeing a fight with him and Jack 10 minutes prior. So the Miro part, I don't feel has a lot of traction. Although Miro was supporting Jack on Twitter when people were saying the two sides, Miro was the one that retweeted Jack's side. So, you know, it is what it is. I also think, Ryan, are you saying we should push Miro, or War Machine? Are you saying we should push Miro for Collision? Because yes, please. Miro needs to be one of the top guys on Collision. Absolutely. Let's go over let's give 5 top guys that we want on Collision now that CM Punk is gone. Number 1, Ricky Starks for me. Number 2, Jay White. Number 3, Rockhard Juice Robinson. Number 4, Miro. Okay. And this is just the men's division. I'm going to have my own women's division here in a moment. Who would be number 5 that I want featured on Collision? I'm going to go with FTR as a group. That'll be my number 5. That's my top 5. Let's push these 5 guys as our Collision main roster, if that makes any sense. I hate saying that. Rome would fucking guarantee Rome would be like, I hate when you say that. You know what I mean? And now let's go women's division. I want Jade Cargill to return. I want Thunder Rosa to return. I want Britt Baker. Although she feels like a Dynamite girl. She really feels like she's a Dynamite girl. So I'm going to take that back. I want Willow Nightingale. I want Tony Storm. Oh, man. Tony Storm's character right now is the best character in all of wrestling, period. And then, so I had Jade, Thunder Rosa, Willow Nightingale, Tony Storm. Give me Ruby Soho. I'll take Ruby Soho as number 5. What is your guys' top 5? We got Queen Nat with Jay White, Miro, Ricky Starks, Jack Perry, and Juice Robinson. I should have included Jack Perry as well. Especially after what happened. I don't know, though. Not sure he's big enough yet I think people would make fun of it a little bit more than they would enjoy it, but I'm still in. I love me some Jack Perry. I really want him to mold into a character of Hollywood Jack Perry. I really, want that to happen as well. Nats women's division, we got Thunder Rosa, Willow, Sky Blue, Athena needs to come to the main roster, and Chris Statlander. Queen Nat, if you go into our video section, we posted an entire video on Athena. I am one of the biggest fans of Athena. I think she is the number one wrestler in all of women's wrestling right now. So Athena's in-ring, number one in wrestling, in women's wrestling. Toni Storm's character, number one in all of wrestling. The women are killing it right now. Absolutely. After that sign where people said Tony Khan fixed the AEW women's division, I feel like this women's division's been kicking some ass. I really do. I don't think you can just fix it overnight, which is why some people are kind of like, it's not fixed. And I'm like, do you not see the writing of the ship? Like, the wheels have been put back on the tracks. You know what I mean? Absolutely love it. Darby Allin, absolutely, man. It's a shame that we always forget about Darby Allin. It's funny, I was thinking about him today, and I just noticed that his last name is All In, and Darby Allin was at the first All In. I was wondering, like, did he do that on purpose? Like, is Allin a play on the All In name? And if it is, I'm very surprised that they don't mention that more, especially during the All In show. All right, Collision starting now. Let's go, and feel free to continue talking about CM Punk. Oh my, Tony Khan.
In last Sunday. The incident was regrettable, and it endangered people backstage.
Oh
That
my.
includes the production staff, the people who help put the show on every week, innocent people who had nothing to do with it. I've been going to wrestling shows for over 30
Him
years.
as well.
I've been producing them on this network for nearly 4 years. Never in all that time have I ever felt, until last Sunday, that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show. I don't think anybody should feel that way at work. I don't think the people I work with should feel that way. And I had to make a very difficult choice today. It came at the recommendation of a discipline committee here in AEW, as well as outside legal counsel, who delivered a unanimous recommendation. And I have followed up on that recommendation. I'm sorry to any fans who are upset by this. I'm sorry to anyone who's upset by this. Despite that, we're going to have a great show tonight on Collision, and we're going to have a great AEW All Out pay-per-view tomorrow here in Chicago. Last weekend was the greatest weekend in AEW history. This is the greatest week in AEW history. We're going to continue the great momentum here tonight on Collision and tomorrow night on All Out pay-per-view. Let's take a look at this huge week.
Wow. All right, War Machine, I appreciate you joining us, man. Hey, leave a tab up if you can, my brother. And drop an elbow on that like button on your way out, please. Wow, I can't believe Tony came on and announced it even like that. That was absolute class right there. And you know what's going to happen? Everyone's going to be like, look at him with his giant eyeballs. He's on coke. And I'm just going to be like, dude, you're getting blocked. Every person I see that makes fun of the way that Tony Khan looked right there is getting blocked. I shit you not. Like, I'm so happy that he came on first and did that. I gotta mute it during the song because they will copyright the shit out of me. Gonna mute and leave the tab open. I appreciate that, War Machine. Thank you guys very much. Anybody else that needs to go watch Collision, and if you can, leave a tab open. Completely understand if you can't. We appreciate everybody here. Drop an elbow on that like button if you have not already. It really helps us get the show out to more viewers. I know it's annoying when we YouTubers ask to hit the like button, but, you know, it's the only way to get us out there to more people, you know, and if we don't ask it, doesn't really happen, you know, so. All right, Miyoja, have yourself a great night, dude. Thank you very much for joining us as well. All right, Tony Schiavone in the ring.
As you may know, in 24 hours, back in this same building at the United Center, we will have All Out. You may have seen on social media earlier, last couple of days ago, Absolute Ricky Starks made a challenge for a no disqualification strap match. With that in mind, we want to bring him out right now, Absolute Ricky Starks.
Hey, LA Knight's in the crowd. You guys see LA Knight? That's a pretty good LA Knight outfit. I'm not gonna lie. Ricky Starks coming out first, baby. Dude, he's got a belt like Cody Rhodes. He's got a weight belt that says Starks on it. Okay. So anybody who's been watching us for a long time, if you're wondering what this massive bright light is that is shining into my face over here, I've set up a massive fish tank breeding station over here. I got 6 different fish tanks. I'm breeding fish and shrimp. If you've ever seen cherry shrimp, look them up. They're called cherry shrimp. They're really cool, tiny little dudes. And everybody is begging for food right now. All right, Queen, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining us.
Give it here. Man. Well, here we
Is Tony Schiavone about to get whipped?
I find myself back at square one. It seems that
Tony Schiavone's about to get whipped.
climb up the hill, I get dragged back down, but I always get better.
Do it. Do it.
Like every time they throw an obstacle in my way, I overcome that and I get better.
Sorry, I'm going to turn the audio way down so I don't get in trouble.
But I do it because I show up and I show out and I deliver every single time.
Ricky is amazing.
How many people try to suck the life out of me? It doesn't work. No matter how many times they try to use me for everything that I'm worth, it doesn't work. You cannot put a lid on a boiling pot because I will overflow.
Yeah.
I am tired and I am sick of having to start over. Bill, dude, I want you to know something. You are a hell of a dude for real, man. Even though you threw me off the top rope, I love a lot of
What's happening?
you've had to start over. You've overcame addiction and you stand there and I'm telling you from my heart. I'm telling you. I believe that you can do whatever you want, bro.
Ricky's shouting out Big Bill. Let's go. That's cool.
And I believe in myself.
Ricky, Ricky, Ricky.
I'm tired, guys, and I'm frustrated, and I'm so angry, and there's a lot of things that I can say right now, and I want to freaking cry, but I'm a man about it, and I come out here, and I will do what I need to do.
Top guy right here.
You know it's funny.
I appreciate that, Coog, a lot, man. We appreciate that more than you understand, man. Thank you.
Reviews, shows of all time. I, Ricky Starks, sat on his living room couch, and I
Anybody else's feed fucked up? Ooh, my video was just jacked.
And I will be damned if I let another moment slip through my hands, and that is why I am challenging Ricky Steamboat to a strap match at All Out.
I wanted to see Shivani get whipped. Come on.
Listen, I know that you are back there and you are angry at me, but what I want you to understand is one day I hope that
Yo, what up, Killing Time? Cast in line. Let's go. Yeah, my feed is fucked.
I am not letting a moment pass me by tomorrow.
It's good now.
So that is why I'm calling my shot right now, and I want to give you the chance to call yours. So I want an answer from the Dragon right now.
Yeah, let's go, Ricky Steamboat. For me, it didn't jump. It got all scrambled up. And then it like fast forwarded. It was like Ricky's running to the ring. They must be a little short on time. Starks might have went long.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Ricky Steamboat look quite so determined.
This dude looks as old as Ric Flair.
You know something, ladies and gentlemen? All right, yeah, I'm talking to you. Let me say something. What happened to you and me, what was it, 3-4 weeks ago? You took a couple cheap shots on me, I went down. You took my belt, you strapped me like a little dog. I never, not once, on social media has anybody heard the Dragon complain. Not once.
Not once.
But I hear on the social media, Ricky Stark wants to have a strap match with the Dragon.
The Dragon. I love how he calls himself the Dragon.
Disqualification. You know, you can talk a good game. You know, you can even perform in the ring when you really want to. But let me tell you something. I've got a contract, that's right, this past week. I got a hold of AEW Legal. I said, let's do it old school. Let's draw up a contract. Your name, the Dragon name on here. Sign it to make sure that the pen talks and not the mouth. And not the mouth. So, Tony.
This is not bad.
Show what it says. Very simple.
It says the Dragon.
AEW sanction.
That's Bryan Danielson.
Strap match.
It's going to be Danielson.
Versus the Dragon. That's all you wanted.
Sorry, it's the American Dragon. Please, please, please.
Your mouth be the pen and sign it. There you go.
Oh, please. Give me Ricky Starks versus Bryan Danielson, please. Even LA Knight out there wants it. Ricky signs it. Let's go.
We've got it signed. We've got it signed. Right?
Well, now the Dragon needs to sign it.
The wrestling community knows me as Ricky Steamboat. They know me as Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. They know me as Ricky Steamboat the Dragon. But they also know this guy. Wait, what?
Let's go. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I'm the happiest person in the world right now. Let's fucking go. Oh, shit. That was good. Yeah. Listen, y'all don't know. I fuck with Danielson. Like, I got my hair like him. Literally, my hair is like this because of fucking Bryan Danielson. Let's go. Woo! My favorite wrestler on the planet, by the way. In case you didn't figure that out just now.
Hold on, it's supposed to be him. What does it say? There's the Dragon on there.
You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. Oh, I'm so happy right now, dude. Ricky Starks is doing that.
Looks like we got ourselves a no DQ strap
Oh man, no DQ strap match at All Out with Bryan fucking Danielson.
We just wanted to make sure you got what you wanted. You got your strap match.
So was this supposed to be Punk? So they were supposed to trick him into facing Punk maybe? And Danielson's like, I'm ready, let's go. This was fucking awesome. Dude. Oh my god, that was sick. Woo.
On which the waves crash. Eventually, even the raging seas fall still around you. Or in other words, be
Holy crap.
international champion. The player whom no one can checkmate. The puzzle that 31 men before me have failed to solve. The Orange Cassidy was never going to make it. He was never going to win matches like that. Maybe in a VFW hall, not in the major leagues. The man who forged his own path. These idiots. I called him a cosplay wrestler. Okay. If that's the case, who's he pretending to be? And any of them become the winningest champion in pro wrestling? No, I didn't think so.
Mox putting Orange Cassidy over here.
A couple years ago, Orange Cassidy won round 1 by forfeit, is what it is. That's fine. You can have that. That's all you're going to get. When you've been doing this as long as I have at this level, you have a lot of biggest matches of your life. There's always another championship. There's always another bigger show. You wrestle the greats. The Chris Jerichos, the Bryan Danielsons, sometimes they win, sometimes you win. But there's always tomorrow, there's always another chance. The opportunity in front of me on Sunday at All Out is a chance that only comes once in a lifetime, because Orange Cassidy is on the run of a lifetime. Very often, I know I've won a match before the bell even rings. Just take one look at a guy. I can smell BS from a mile away, and I know the real thing when I see it. And Orange Cassidy looks a hell of a lot to me like the real thing. Sunday, one way or another, we're gonna find out. I am a technician of the highest order. I'm not going to target your shoulder, your knee, your elbow, your arm. Nah, my specialty.
Target your soul.
Work your soul. I will target your soul, your heart, your guts, your conditioning, your endurance, both mental and physical, your will to win, your will to survive.
I'm on a roll tonight, dude.
Be here. A lot of these guys, man, they think they want to be wrestlers. They want to be perceived as great wrestlers, but they don't really want to be great wrestlers. Once it gets hard, they look for a way out. That's the only question this Sunday at All Out. Orange Cassidy, when it gets hard, and it's really, really gonna get hard, will you look for a way out? God, I hope not. I really hope not. A lot of people believe in you, Orange Cassidy. This Sunday at All Out. Don't disappoint us.
That Moxley promo was fucking incredible. Holy shit.
FOMO, fear of missing out. So they took things into their own hands.
The acclaimed, top of the chain, so I bet you know the name. Getting all the fans entertained. Running in the game,
Yeah, Rome is working. He's working a whole nother hour, so he's not even gonna get to see. I don't know who Tim Anderson is, Max. Oh, they bleeped him. Oh, Dion got his first win in Colorado. Nice, nice. Prime time. He's a cowboy, though, so he sucks. Those belts are so cool. Put them on Shop AEW. People will buy them. Michael. Did all you guys who were subscribers, did you guys catch that we're going to do a giveaway for an autographed wrestling card when we hit 1,000? He upset number 17, TCU. The Horned Frogs. You're a Cowboys fan, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We're just Eagles fans, that's all. Oh God, what is happening? Gotta make this bigger. Danny! Dude, it looks like he's standing in the room with me. That's the best thing ever. I could just leave that thing playing the whole time. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember now. Oh, yeah. Coog's a Cowboys fan, too. That's a repressed memory, Coog. I had that, like, filed away in the recycling bin. Aubrey, what are you doing? You're blind. Aubrey is blind as a bat. America. Does everybody get the same commercials? American Dad? I would imagine everybody gets the same commercials. So, Coog, it's funny you mentioned that, like getting rid of Jerry Jones and the family and you'll come back. I've kind of had a little bit of a revelation here in my philosophy on watching WWE. After Bray Wyatt passed away, I realized that I missed his last match and probably a couple of them before that. All because I hate Vince McMahon. Right? And the more I sat there thinking to myself, like, Bray Wyatt was one of my favorite wrestlers, probably of all time. He's in my top 10 of, like, my favorites. I missed a decent amount of his final matches, segments, moments, whatever you want to call them, because I hated Vince McMahon. And that didn't sit well with me. I was like, wow, I actually don't want that to happen again with anyone else. You know what I mean? And being such massive Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn fans, I thought to myself, like, what if Kevin Owens passed away, right? And I've missed his last 10, 12 matches. I would be devastated. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not going to be watching the shows live, but I'm probably going to start watching the segments of the show that matter to me, if that makes any sense. And we're back. But isn't that a weird, like, it kind of hit me, you know what I mean, Coog, when Bray passed. It was wild. Daddy Magic, what was that? Oh, God. Caster just destroyed Cool Hand. Ooh, Uranagi. So Daddy Magic tags himself in, and now we're teasing Garcia breaking away from those two, huh? Yeah, send Garcia out on his own. Absolutely. Oh, Max just took a freaking finger to the eyeball. Just make the tag early, dude. Go tag out. Max just took a nasty finger to the eye. Michael Duke, speaking of Terry Funk, look what I found today, man. Chainsaw Charlie right here. And it's actually even more fitting that I found a Chainsaw Charlie figure. I only know Terry Funk as Chainsaw Charlie. I had never seen him wrestle outside of when he was Chainsaw Charlie. Mic drop. Yeah, it's got him with the pantyhose on his face and without as well. Oh, I should have grabbed the Alexa. I think Alexa was there. I'm not wasting my. I usually only buy figures from the E that I really, really, really want. Oh no! It's my leader.
Most people don't remember this, but he used to be our best friend. Nightcrawlers every night. You remember that, don't you, Budge? But you threw it away to team with MJF?
And speaking of MJF, not a lot of people know this, but I actually helped train MJF to become a pro wrestler. And I told him that if he wanted to succeed, he'd have to do whatever it takes to win. And he has. I mean, he's the Ring of Honor Tag Champion.
Not sure if you guys know this, but Lexi Nair, Diamond Dallas Page's daughter.
What I told him all those years ago, I realized that only one of us took that advice. But Max, tomorrow night that all changes. Because we need those
DDP.
tag team titles more than you and Adam Cole. We need them for us. We need them for the Dark Order. We need them to shove down
Budge.
thinks we don't belong here or we don't deserve this opportunity. Tomorrow night, we do whatever it takes to beat you because we have to.
Looks like they told John Silver to try to act serious, and he can't physically. His face can't physically be serious. Commander and Nick Wayne versus Aussie Open. Coog. Oh my god. Great Scott. I will be right back. Rice Krispie treat time. I've returned. I've returned with the snacks. We have Scooby Snacks, chocolate graham crackers, and we have a bunch of teeny tiny Halloween Rice Krispie treats. In the cutest wrappers I think I have ever seen for any candy ever. It's like, rawr. I got all the same one. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm a total nerd. You guys hate me now, I totally understand. American Dad looks like it's gotten out of control. So I wonder what we can do for this autograph card where I'm pretty sure I can find a checklist where I can tell you exactly who the autographs are. I'm not going to be able to tell who's in the box, but I want to do a predictions thing. So basically I want everybody to try to predict who the autograph will be. And if anybody gets it right, they're going to win something. They're going to win something. And I can't wait to show you guys our weekly prediction show coming. We've kind of sort of partnered up. Oh, Ricky Starks is backstage.
Yeah, you saw me sign it. Whoop-de freaking do. Here's the deal. Once again, every obstacle they throw my way, I knock it out of the park. And tomorrow night, it will be no different. Bryan Danielson, I'm going to show exactly why I am who I say I am. And that is being absolute Ricky Starks.
Guys, let's go back to you.
All right, thank you.
So we have partnered with a website called Falls Count Anywhere. I'll be showing you guys later. On Falls Count Anywhere, you can do weekly predictions for every wrestling show, AEW and WWE and their pay-per-views. I'm not sure how many indies that they go through. You'll have to check yourself on those. But they have for every single episode of Dynamite and every episode of Collision, we do predictions, and there's a whole giant list of about 20 different things you gotta check off to do your predictions every episode. And what we have as our partnership is that we're gonna have our own section. So we're gonna have our own predictions thing where only you guys are gonna be in there, and you guys are gonna be competing against each other just within the podcast. But at the same time, you guys can compete against everybody on the website. Again, it's Falls Count Anywhere. I'll be showing you guys after the show here, and I'll kind of do an example. I'm going to do our predictions for All Out. And this is going to be a weekly thing, man. I'm going to have all of you guys from chat joining in. We're going to see how we come, how we stack up against each other from our own chat. And we're also going to see how we stack up against everybody from the website. So it's going to be freaking awesome. Some cool things that they do is every month your points accumulate all month. So if you got 30 points this week on Dynamite, it rolls over, and they add them up at the end of the month, and there will be a monthly champion, predictions champion. And from that point on, if anybody ever points at your name, it shows your accomplishments below you. So that's going to be really cool. Coog, I really hope you're going to participate with us on that one. It's going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait to show you guys the website at the end of this. Commander on Collision. Yeah, baby. Nick Wayne too, man. Yo, this kid's only 18. He's going to be so good in 5 years if he's not beaten and broken by then. He's going to be so good. Oh my God, what a fucking body slam, bro. You're supposed to slam them on their back. I don't know if I feel like that was an unsafe body slam or not. Whoa! Aussie opener, incredible, man. This guy, Mark Davis, he's such an awesome big man. Oh! Rip Commander. Rip Nick Wayne. Rip Commander again. Holy Jesus. You know who makes a lot of sense to come to Collision? Wardlow. Wardlow's been gone for a while. Give me the War Beast. It's war. Dude, they're just throwing Commander around like he's a freaking ragdoll. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Yo, no joke. If you live next to a Cracker Barrel, take your ass to Cracker Barrel and get the breakfast pancake tacos. Holy shit, they were so good. Coog. So I had these breakfast tacos tonight. It's a pancake with a slice of cheese, a fried egg, and bacon, and maple syrup. And I ate it like a taco. It changed my life. How I have never had a taco made out of a pancake before in my 38 years of being alive is beyond me. But I'm glad it finally happened. They have them at IHOP as well. Not as good as the ones at Cracker Barrel. The Cracker Barrel one was huge. Damn it, now I want some tacos. I want a nice birria taco. Oh, some barbacoa. Give me. That's the one thing I miss about Las Vegas the most, Coog. In Las Vegas, I could wake up at 2 a.m, take my ass to Roberto's and get some fucking bomb-ass Mexican food. Or I could go to the corner. Oh, man. Damn it, that's why I miss Vegas so much. Mexican food was so good. Out here, I gotta drive like 30 minutes to find good Mexican food. It's good, though. That's why the other night MJF was like, oh, I fucking love Mexican food. I was like, bro, did we just become best friends? He's like, no. Hot tag to Nick Wayne. Dude, that freaking uppercut looks so cool. It's like the opposite of a drop kick. It's like a drop uppercut. I'm going to call it the drop cut. Oh! Did you see that? Yeah, Taco Bell's the worst. Had it last night. Boom! Huge frog splash. An 18-year-old kid, man. That's some wild shit. Perfect spot for that. Man, Kyle Fletcher is one of the luckiest dudes on the planet right now. Oh! I guess not so much after that. I retract my previous statement. God. Mark Davis is an animal. That was incredible. Oi, 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 oi. Oh, that was badass. Good night. Coriolis. So a little science fact here. Do you guys know what the Coriolis effect is? The Coriolis effect is the Earth's rotation affecting an object flying across the surface. So the best way to give you an example would be firing a bullet. As the Earth rotates underneath the bullet, the Coriolis effect is the slight amount of deviation that the bullet would take. Which you can't measure, by the way. Actually, you can. It's in the sniper's handbook on sniping as well. But then when you ask snipers if they ever take it into effect, they're like, no.
Of course, I'm frustrated. I lost the match. But what I'm more frustrated about is why Darby Allin forgave AR Fox for what he did to me.
Nick. Wait a minute.
Nick's not happy with Darby.
Please stop.
Here comes Darby with his clown shoes.
Explain why I forgave AR Fox. But let me tell you something real quick. Everybody, I've known Nick since he was 8 years old. We've been through so much, Nick. We've been through so much. It's no secret his father trained me. I remember my first day of wrestling school. I saw you, Nick. Back when I was 120 pounds. Well, hell, I'm 125 now, but...
I was like, what do you weigh now, Darby?
But let me talk to you, man. I'm going to explain why I forgave AR Fox. You know what happened between your father and me, right? You were there. There was a time I didn't talk to your mother, you, or your father for 3 years. I got in a big fight with him and I burnt that bridge. And before I could make things right, what happened? He passed away. And I have to live with that every single day, Nick.
Kind of like my watching WWE bridge.
AR Fox is one of my trainers as well. And I refuse to live with the hate. I had to let it go. I had to let it go. That's why I forgave him so fast. And please, I'm not saying you have to do it right now, but just find in your heart, just let it go, man.
What's on Darby's jacket? It's like pictures of dead people.
Sunday, at All Out, I am fighting for the TNT Championship. And it would be an honor if you were in my corner for that match.
Oh, shit. Here comes the father of the year, baby. Let's go.
Nick Wayne. It was rude of me last week to speak so much about your father when I forgot to ask what your mom's name is.
Oh, my God.
Now, I couldn't help but notice her sitting at ringside. I know she's not here tonight, so it was a missed opportunity on my part. So perhaps I should just slide into her DMs and see if we can maybe change that.
I love this man.
Now, speaking of your parents, Nick, did I hear you right, Darby? You didn't talk to Nick's parents for over 2 years?
3 years. He was trying to figure out how to do that, how to change that, turn that into something, but
Nick Wayne is your personal pity project? Huh? You're using him to justify to yourself that you're actually a decent human being? Maybe you should take after me because I don't pretend to be something that I'm not.
You're not the champion, isn't he?
Be quiet.
Now, in case you forgot where we're at,
be quiet.
Chicago, Illinois. More specifically, we're in the United Center, and these people can smell a loser a mile away. I mean, this is the home of the Blackhawks, for crying out loud. And you, my friend, are a loser in life, and that will never change. Now, Nick, if I can give you any advice, it's this. Carry a towel with you to ringside tomorrow night at All Out because you're going to need it. You're going to need to throw that into the ring to stop this match. It's not going to be some back and forth technical classic. It's going to be a one-sided beatdown. It's going to be a one-sided bludgeoning. It's going to be a massacre at the hands of not just my monster, not just my right hand of destruction, but the most complete big man in the business today. And when it's all said and done, we will be standing at the top of the mountain and still the face of TNT now and forever.
Oh, now and forever. Okay, I need information. Does Edge have any connection to Buddy Wayne?
Congratulations, Eddie. You beat Wheeler Yuta. You came back from Japan and you beat the youngest member of the Blackpool Combat Club. Congrats, Eddie. But I have a newsflash for you.
Edge faced Buddy Wayne in 1998.
See this? Wheeler gets back up. He doesn't stay down and moan like you do, Eddie. Blaming it on other people? Never your fault. Get up, Wheeler! Eddie, I thought Japan would change you. I thought you would come back a better man. I was wrong. I saw you when you won that title, shedding tears, needing your heroes, giddy like a schoolgirl. Eddie, I thought I couldn't lose any more respect for you. But you proved me wrong.
Real cute. You beating up Yuta. Real cute. And Yuta, you're letting Claudio beat you up like a bit. Let me get past that.
Eddie!
Bottom line is, Claudio and Yuta, you got to deal with me, and you got to deal with the wrestler Shibata at All Out. That's what you really have to deal with. Claudio, you won't fight me again. I can see it. That's why you walked right by me. You're a coward, bro. But you know what? Shibata, he has something for you guys. What do you think of Claudio and Yuta?
You both suck.
See you at the pay-per-view.
That was good.
The best thrills
We're sending you back to the future.
come in threes.
So Edge faced Buddy Wayne on Shotgun December 26, 1998. I'm already watching it, Michael. Yo, Edge's finisher in that was sick. All right, all right. I am intrigued in this Buddy Wayne story. Or Nick Wayne story. Yo, I forgot. Are we still supposed to see Dennis Rodman tonight? Or is that it all out? Probably the main event, I would guess. At BK, everyone's gay. You rule. Got yelled at.
We are back on AEW Collision. Let's go back to last Sunday, all in London, and the women's four-way certainly.
Saraya winning the championship.
But I've got questions. What an incredible night of action it was, and as you can see, it was Ruby Soho this last Wednesday who turned things back in the favor of the Outcasts.
Thanks, guys. Coming up later tonight, we will see the Outcast in trios action. But Saraya, I have to congratulate you on becoming the new AEW Women's Champion. But we saw at Wembley there was a little bit of dissension between the Outcasts.
Lexi, don't be ugly right now. Do not be ugly. This is mean girl behavior. You realize that? You're being disgusting. Anyway, let's talk about me. I'm awesome. I won in front of all my countrymen, 81,000 people, friends and family. But now we're stuck here in America, in Chicago, where we can smell your breath from here. And now my better half has to perform in front of you. I'm so sorry. But at least you'll be walking out of All Out tomorrow, the TBS Women's Champion.
Yeah, R.I.P. Jimmy Buffett.
Statlander has never beaten me in the entire time I've been
I kind of want a cheeseburger now.
about the Outcasts, okay? We have said from day one we are the most dominant faction in all of professional wrestling, and we're going to prove that by bringing not one, but two titles back to the Outcasts. Well, speaking of the Outcasts, are you guys worried about how Tony Storm will behave?
Lexi, let it go.
Stir in the pot.
Doing my job.
I
I'm just doing my
can't
job.
get over with you. Listen, Tony will be fine. Yeah. She will be just fine. Granted, I did see her in the parking lot, half naked, throwing shoes at birds.
Oh, no.
But that doesn't matter. Tonight, we're going to drop the homegrowns like we've done over and over and over again for the last few months.
Yeah.
And then after tomorrow, I'm going to walk home the TBS Women's Champion in this godforsaken city.
That's right, baby. That's right. Let's go.
Back to the arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of memories in this great building, as you know, and will be some more memories made here tomorrow night. But it's been 25 years since this man has won.
Here we go. Here's Dennis Rodman.
Over 6,000 points, over 11,000 rebounds,
Five-time Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, wait. World champion, too. Let's go. Dude, I loved Dennis Rodman when I was a kid, man. That dude was fucking cool as fuck. With his colored hair and shit. Nobody else was doing none of that. Covered in tattoos.
Championship acclaim, an enigmatic superstar, controversial, an outlaw. Certainly has a
Is he still married to Carmen Electra? Good for him, man.
Come on in here, Rodzilla. Okay, we want to talk.
Rodzilla.
It's great being back in Chicago, I know.
Hard cam, Dennis. Turn around, buddy. Turn around, Dennis. Turn around, buddy. There you go.
All the things that have been going on. What are you doing here in AEW?
Oh, Bree Woo alert. Bree Woo, Bree Woo. Okay, Karen. Okay. Okay, Karen. Okay. Yeah, I knew he married her back in the day. Oh shit, Satnam Singh. Oh, Satnam was a basketball player. He's got a basketball. It doesn't bounce in the ring though.
Satnam Singh is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And Diddy, so are you. You know, my man, Jay Lethal, you've been a champion since day one. Dennis, Worm, you have too. And my man Sanjay Dutt, wherever he goes, he strives for world peace. That's right. And Dennis, so do you. Oh, and I can't forget the voluptuous, the queen, my bride, Karen Jarrett. I mean, she looks great in a dress, and so do you. But all kidding aside, you know, Dennis, when it gets right down to it, me and you, I was a leader and you were an integral part of one of the greatest
There's LA Knight.
factions of all time.
Yeah.
And it was too sweet, shall I say. And you know, Dennis, like we used to say,
Woo.
my man, it was for life. So, Dennis, you want to run with the Bulls? You want some real heat? Why don't you join this family? Chicago!
Yeah.
It's a great day to be in Chicago. It's my first time here in 13 years.
Damn. I would have booed that.
I'm so sorry I couldn't be here. Guess what? I'm loving the fact that you guys loving what? AEW wrestling. Now wait a minute.
Yo, Rodman's wearing Crocs and socks.
Put Satnam Singh on your ass and dunk on your ass like the Utah Jazz did in '98. Wow. I want an answer, and I want it now. Guess what, guys? You know what's amazing? When I was playing basketball, Shaq was that big. I whooped his ass.
Let's talk you and me, mano a mano. I know they were making you a little nervous, okay? I'm sorry about that. Here, let's put this over here. Dennis, now that these guys are out of here, you see there's no funny business involved. So what's your answer? It's got to be yes. I mean, look at you on this shirt, man. This shirt's great. Look at this. Look at this, guys. So, what do you say?
Dude, Satnam Singh is still as tall as Sanjay standing out of the ring. Do you guys see that?
Down he goes. Oh
The Acclaim. Let's go. Dude, are we gonna get Shaq back? Can we get Shaq versus Rodman?
Hold on just a second. Whoa, hold on. I know. Rodman, hold on just a second. There is no way Daddy Ass is wrestling twice in one night. That's a little beyond my old age spectrum, if you get what I mean. But I'll tell you this: we have nothing to do tomorrow. So,
Wait, what?
All Out tomorrow. We'll put the trios titles on the line as well. Against the Acclaim, Daddy Ass, and well, Dennis Rodman in our corner.
Keep an eye on that.
Okay, Karen. Okay. Okay, Karen. Jeez. I tell you what, though, after Shaq filled out into the big boy Shaq that we knew and feared, there wasn't very many people that could do anything about him scoring 30. If he wanted to score 30, he was scoring 30. Shane Taylor. God. That dude's biceps and tricep are like crazy, weird, big.
Would be an understatement. And of course, in times of turmoil, the jackals come out to feast. That brings me to you, Shane Taylor. I understand that you feel something great is going to happen tomorrow night, but allow me to give you a reality check.
Reality check.
It's a simple tale, and it's about hopes and wishes. Shane, you hope that tomorrow night at All Out, you will give the best performance of your life. But you're going to wish that you weren't standing there across from me. Shane, you're going to hope that you go out on a night in front of millions of people. You capture back the ROH Television Championship. But Shane, you're going to wish that I would stop hitting you.
I don't know about millions, Joe.
Shane, you hope that you're going to walk out there and, in your own words, knock me out. Shane, you're going to wish you never put my name in your mouth. Come All Out, I make an example of you. Come All Out, I make it clear who is the true reigning king of television. And that man stands before you. And come All Out, I'll be the man who's standing over you.
Big time heavyweight slugfest tomorrow. All Out ROH World Television Championship. Shane Taylor versus
Singh versus Shaq. That'd be cool if Shaq was still willing to come back, play ball. They're all wearing the same outfit, but it doesn't look like wrestling gear. This new character for Toni Storm is incredible. It's the best character in wrestling right now. The doctor will see you now. Wrong button. Ooh, looking good, Britt. Black and red, I like it. Britt and Sheeta eyeballing each other up. Statlander! Yeah.
So it's Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Hikaru Shida, and Chris Statlander, the TBS champion, to take on the Outcasts. The new AEW Women's World Champion Saraya, Ruby Soho, Statlander's challenger tomorrow, and Tony Storm. Is she scorned?
I think, to be honest with you, Storm and Saraya have patched up.
Your favorite colors? Nice.
And I think they'll be perfectly okay.
All right, so Chris Statlander taking on Ruby Soho tomorrow.
Tony Storm won't shut up. Saraya's like, you need to be quiet. Wait. There's a sign that says put Tony Storm in Fight Forever. She's not in the game yet. She's a 2-time champion, dude. Get her in the game. What the? Absolutely, Coog. Both teams have a can they coexist? Oof.
September 20th, Dynamite Grand Slam at the Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. AEWTix.com to get your place.
Here comes Statlander. That really is the one-stop shop for all these great events. AEWTix.com, like 81,035 record-setting fans at Wembley Stadium last Sunday.
Making history.
I love Statlander, man. She's so good.
Tony Storm exercising those demons of frustration, coming oh so close, but yet so far to becoming the AEW Women's Champion. Instead, her team took the crown. Statlander nearly took the taste out of the mouth of Tony Storm, and the tag, speaking of mouths, to Dr. Britt Baker.
In come Baker, precise. Hold on.
Ooh, nice sling blade.
Dentist like Britt Baker, kind of be like a dietitian wrestling in America.
Hikaru Shida, the former champion. Freezer
Oh.
to deliver the goods to Ruby Soho.
Sheeta is awesome.
Certainly looked like it was Sheeta's match to win, come out on top to retain that title in that four-way.
We always know with four-ways, champions can lose titles without being pinned or submitted. Oh, hold on.
Ray getting out of trouble. Sheeta and Dr. Britt avoiding trouble. So the Outcasts in trios action. Boy, oh boy, it's hot and heavy here in Collision. Stay with us, picture-in-picture.
As someone living with type 2 diabetes.
A good match so far. Damn, it's only 9:15. Oof. So this has been a good episode so far, but it's moving slow. Normally Collision flies by. Maybe it's because we started an hour early to go over the CM Punk stuff, but I feel like this is going so slow. Does anybody else feel like that? And don't get me wrong, the episode is great. I've enjoyed every minute of this so far. What's up, Ovion? Collision is great. It just I got on an hour early to go over CM Punk and everything that happened today with him being fired, terminated from AEW. So maybe it's just me feeling like I've been on for a long time. I have been live for two and a half hours here, or 2 hours and 20 minutes. But Collision is great so far tonight. This trio's women's match is actually really good. You got the top 6 girls are all out here. This is what it should be. What are you up to tonight, Ovion? You're not watching? Oh man, nice commercial for Asuka or Ahsoka. That Asuka show is getting mediocre reviews. People are like, it's okay, it's fine, and its ratings are really bad, very bad. Oh, all my fish are like begging for food over here. Oh, you can't in the UK? All right. Are you in our Discord, Ovion? Oh, as I say it, there's the Discord link. I was about to put it in myself. So, Ovion, join that Discord link for me real quick if you have a Discord and if you don't mind. And I will be right back.
Story out of that, and of course, tomorrow night a huge high-octane 8-man tag team match. FTR and the Young Bucks taking on Bullet Club Gold. Go out of your way to see that.
The hell just happened to Ruby? She was just like, pfft. Oh.
From Soho, who will be looking for a strong victory here tonight to give us some momentum going into All Out tomorrow night.
Ooh, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Nicely done there with the neck breaker. Her Collision debut, long awaited, and Ruby Soho looking. Oh no!
Oh, Britt with the green spray to the face. Cheaters be cheating, man. Saray's like, stay away from me to Tony Storm. What's your problem? Oh, let's go. Penn State up 14-7. Oh, it's probably way different score now.
Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles against Alex Reynolds and John Silver. Now, fellas, we know each other all too well. Don't get me wrong, you're an amazing tag team, but you are not better than you, Bebe. We just won these bad boys, and ain't no way in hell we're dropping them anytime soon. Now, as you know, Max, he's not here right now, but he did want me to say a few things on behalf of him. So, Alex Reynolds, here's a little factoid most people don't know. You had a hand in training me at Creative Pro. It took me 9 years to get rid of all your bad habits because you're the absolute drizzling You get the idea. John Silver, I'd say I didn't realize they could stack crap that high, but realistically, it'd be fairly easy to, considering the fact you're the size of a dollar store garden gnome. And
Adam Cole's phone case is amazing.
anyway, you boys Sunday.
Boom.
Here we go.
Hi, what's your name?
All new Impractical Jokers Inside Jokes. Thursdays on True TV.
Might just run to and fro, clicking your heels.
Did we take Punk off the graphics? That's why we didn't get any graphics tonight, huh? They're like, it's too soon, sir. No Punk on the Rampage graphics. And wasn't that Punk that says, this is Rampage? We're going to have to get rid of that. I hate commercials so bad, man. Wish I had the Fight TV feed or whatever it is. Is Payback on tonight? The Outcast one, Michael. The Outcasts. Payback was on tonight, huh? Oh, man. Almost 9:30. We should have a nice 10-minute segment coming up here, and then our main event 25 minutes. Usually what the main event gets. I've been on for an hour. How do I get the live, though? Oh, stats here. The belts, have those two belts ever been in the same frame? We just had the women's champion and the TBS champion in the same. Has that ever happened? I don't think so. Cool. Who the hell are you? Rome's gonna be pissed. That was less than 10 seconds. Rome is gonna absolutely shit on that. Why? Like, and he's pointing out the sign. What are you doing? Miro! That's a scary dude. Oh, shit. Miro looks great. Ooh, nice spill. Miro's wearing the Mike Tyson shorts. I love it. Ricky Starks versus Bryan Danielson, baby. I am so all in on that.
TBS Championship. We talked about this earlier. Champion Chris Statlander defending against Ruby Soho. The ROH World Tag Team Championship up for grabs. The champion's better than you, baby. Versus the challengers, Dark Order, Alex Reynolds, John Silver. ROH TV Championship. Man, this is going to end in a knockout or a tap out. Champion Samoa Joe, Shane Taylor. And how about Kenny Omega? Look at it, get back against Konosuke Takeshita. It's tomorrow. It's on pay-per-view. Let's take a special look.
Everything that Kenny has in his life is because of me.
The AEW World Champion.
US Champion, the God of Pro Wrestling.
Kenny.
My God, Omega. The real God of Pro Wrestling.
Wait, LA Knight versus The Miz already went? That should have been. That should have been their next to their main event. Yeah, Kenny versus Konosuke is going to be nuts. Especially with Konosuke wrestling the match as a heel. Have we ever seen Konosuke wrestle a match as a heel? I think we might have had like one match since he's turned heel. But it's going to be a whole new Takeshita, you know what I mean? Oh, I can't wait. Can we not get so close to Don Callis' face, please? Unsettling. Disturbing, if you will. What's our main event tonight? Gotta have the Bullet Club Gold or something, huh? Haven't seen any of them on this episode. Oh, okay, so that's tomorrow. Oh, let's go. Dax Harwood versus Jay White. Let's go, baby. Oh, that's cool. There's a countdown on next.
Yeah, with Metro, there's no contracts, no price hikes, no surprises. There's not a yada yada.
Damian Priest with his briefcase. Michael, what you think's gonna happen in this match? You think KO and Sammy lose? I'm actually hoping that Damian Priest uses his briefcase on the tag titles somehow. Like they lose, but then they beat down KO and Sammy, and then he uses the briefcase for the tag titles. They've never done that before, I don't think. Seth and Shinsuke, that is your main event. Okay. That'll be a good main event. I mean, it'll be a WWE match, but it'll still be good. Yeah, I agree they should retain, Mike. 100% agree. I'm a massive KO stan, dude. Trying to hear all these commercials, brainwashing me. Whiskey, Tennessee whiskey. Got some black steel. Raquel Rodriguez is your favorite? I do like Raquel Rodriguez. They need to have her stop smiling, though. The smiling babyface thing is so stupid. She's a big, giant muscle woman. There's no reason for her to be smiling all the time.
But this Sunday at All Out, it's not just another international championship defense. It's everything I've been working for. See, in this city, in Chicago, in this building, I had my first AEW singles match against Pac, and I proved that I deserve to be in AEW. Then it was Will Ospreay. And I proved that I can stand face to face in the ring with the best professional wrestlers in the world. This Sunday, it's Jon Moxley. And Jon Moxley is just the best. He picked AEW up when it was down and put all of the weight on his shoulders. This Sunday at All Out, when I beat you, Jon, I am going to take the weight off your shoulders and put it on mine.
Whoa.
Because I am the international champion. I am freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
And I do not have a tagline. I don't have a catchphrase. Let's go, dude. That was awesome. There's Juice. Juice is a fucking maniac, dude.
Every time the Bang Bang Gang get in the ring, it is an instant classic. Case in point, let's take you back to this summer in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. What was an instant classic, and many people are saying the best tag team match ever seen on television. Athleticism, action, 2 out of 3 falls. I was there to see it live. It was a night I will remember forever. And who ended up on...
Yeah, I got to go back and watch that FTR versus Bullet Club Gold match, man. They need to do more with Juice. What more could they do, man? He's been on every single episode of Collision since it started. I mean, they could obviously put him into a title picture and stuff, but that's not his role. Juice has always played the role of Jay White's, I don't want to call like right-hand man, but I guess that's the right word. This was not planned, by the way. I had no idea what the main event was. You can go back about 5 minutes and prove that. This is a rare FTR shirt, too. Only a couple thousand made. And here's my dumbass wearing it all the time. I do agree with you, though, Jeremy. I would like to see Juice, like... It feels weird saying more because we see Juice every single week, but maybe like more, you know, protege. Yes, I kind of would say that. Jay White is so good. Look at that sign in Chicago. I stand with TK. Me too. 100%. What do you think, Danny? You agree? Danny stands with TK2, huh? Yeah. That LA Knight guy in the audience is funny. He looks like he's sitting on a phone book. Either that or he's like 8 feet tall. So there is no brand for that title, Michael. Rhea Ripley is the women's world champion, just like Seth Rollins is the men's world champion. The titles are no longer specifically to a brand.
I'd like to thank Stitch Fix for always making me look great. For taking care of the shopping.
So you now have the WWE Women's Champion. And you have the Women's World Heavyweight Champion, I believe. So if she's taking on Rhea Ripley, that means that it is the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. The equivalent of Seth Rollins' belt. Io Sky would be the WWE Women's Champion. I believe that's how they put it now. WWE Women's Champion and WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion. Yo, Kevin Owens and Sammy had soccer gear. When did they get this hockey gear? Sorry, I said soccer. They were wearing hockey gear. Oh, they're wearing Pittsburgh Penguins gear. Okay. Is Sammy busted open? Kevin Owens is busted open. Kevin Owens' entire face is red mask. So much for the clips of that one. They hate seeing blood in the E now.
Are you feeling like you've lost your edge? That your energy level has dropped? And you're less interested in doing the things that make you a man? Then you need Rut Testosterone Booster from Bucked Up. It's a fact that men's testosterone drop as we get older. But Rut is the natural way to regain your edge and get back to feeling like a man. Rut's testosterone boosting formula kickstarts...
Did Dominic hit Kevin Owens in the face with that hockey stick on accident? I didn't see why Kevin Owens is bleeding. It looks like Dominic might have hit him with a fucking hockey stick on accident. Ooh, Blue Thunder Bomb on the chairs. And even that's not a finish for the Blue Thunder Bomb? Jesus Christ. A massive Blue Thunder Bomb onto a pile of chairs, and you're going to have him kick out. The Blue Thunder Bomb is the least devastating move in all of sports entertainment. It has never finished anyone ever. Ever, ever, ever. Let's go Dax. Actually, no, I want Jay White to win. Let's go Jay. I'm sitting here wearing an FTR shirt. All right, let's go Dax. Come on, Dax. Oof. Cash should join Bullet Club. I should join Bullet Club. Got like 3 guns within reaching distance of me. Probably shouldn't say that out loud. Ooh, I don't like that spot where they go after the post like that. If anybody's ever seen Claudio when he did that and he shattered his teeth, it's the nastiest thing you'll ever see. If that kind of thing, like when you see somebody get injured, if it hurts you, like if I'm watching a skateboarding video and someone like breaks their arm, I like feel their pain. I can't watch that video of Claudio. He hits his face on the ring post and his teeth just go like out his mouth. Like all of his front teeth are just like out of his face. Oh. Every time I see someone do that spot, I just cringe. That was the beginning of Claudio wearing that mouthpiece. Yeah, Coog, you're absolutely right. FTR sticking with TK. Love it. What's up with Dax grabbing the tights? He does lose all of his singles matches. He needs to win by any means necessary. Somebody in the audience said a sign that said "Release the Wembley cunt." How'd you get that past security? Did Kevin Owens just murder Dominic through a table? Kevin Owens with the shout out to the podcast. Thank you. Jeremy, they didn't come out and say it, but they're main eventing Collision right now. So we're just kind of, you know, putting 2 and 2 together. And obviously it could mean nothing. They could just be doing their jobs like, yes, sir, Tony, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? But it is nice to see them, you know, at least half of FTR main eventing right now. Oh. Sami Zayn just took a garbage can to the face and not in a normal way. Oh, showing you the highlights. Yeah, don't just swipe it away. Why would you get rid of the chairs? Erasing Mercedes from their video archives. Yeah, it's just the way they do business, man. What they're it's really dumb on their part too, because when she shows up in AEW, everybody's going to be searching her and they could get a shit ton of views off of it. But I guess that YouTube money is minuscule compared to anything else. So, yeah. You know, when you walk out of the company, you were easily a Hall of Famer. Like, easily she was a Hall of Famer when she walked out of that company and dropped those titles in the trash. And for you to walk out on them like that, they hold a grudge, and, you know, it's the way they do business. Yeah, absolutely, Jeremy. And they're showing you that they're pros by teaming up with the Bucks tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, that's a team that I never in a million years thought I would ever see. Is FTR and the Bucks on the same side. Even though we know it's not going to go that way. Yo, the Bucks used to be Bullet Club. Could you imagine the Bucks joining Bullet Club? Oh, they got hammered 73-0? That's lame. Those two teams shouldn't be playing each other. That's what the score would be if an NFL team played a college team. Like, they shouldn't play against each other when it's that big of a difference.
Did you see the look on the face of Cash Wheeler? That was a look of concern, a look of fear. He does not want to see his tag team partner go down at the hands of Jay White tonight.
You could take all the excuses. Oh, maybe it's a little bit of a letdown after all the excitement at Wembley, the big win over the Young Bucks. No, man, this is two of the absolute best trying to get it done here in a live combustible element.
Did you hear my explanation earlier, Coog, on how I feel about that now? She's wearing a shirt that says, "Make Chicago gayer." How about you make Chicago safer first? Make it safe for the gay people you want. Because it ain't safe for anybody in Chicago right now. And Philadelphia ain't much better. Oh, that was sick. Chopped him over the ropes. Is it on Discord for payback? What do you mean? I wasn't looking. What?
Certainly. Hold on a second.
Backdrop driver. Yep, got him. Dax Harwood rolling up to his feet almost on instinct.
You know, I wonder going into this matchup, not that Jay White and this group would not be affected as well.
Oh!
This could be it.
Cover! Dead Valley Driver 2.
Emotionally, how much would Dax Harwood have left in his reserve after the stadium, the huge stadium event, Wembley?
Wait a minute, Uranagi.
It can certainly drain the adrenaline.
It's not even been a week.
Yeah, a huge buzz, a huge come down as well. He doesn't want to follow it up with a loss here.
Of course, Switchblade Jay White was part of a winning team in Wembley. As Dax the Decapitator
still not sure what you mean, Michael. The Twitter feed? I don't think anybody in Discord's watching Payback. Pictures? I don't think there's anything in Discord right now. I'm shocked at what just happened on Payback. It was so stupid, it's ruined this for me. Oh, look, everybody in Judgment Day has a belt now. Oh, we're so cool. No, I know, Jeremy. I'm just thinking like back in the day, the Bucks were with Bullet Club. That'd be pretty cool to start putting like the big group back together. I don't know if anybody really wants that or needs that in 2023, but I'm a nostalgia guy, so I would enjoy it for a couple of weeks at the minimum, you know? Oh, that crazy Uranagi is sick from Jay White. Gross. What's all over your face, Jay? That was cool. A sleeper suplex? I've never seen that. We got 2 minutes. Let's go Blade Runner, game over. Oh, nice. That was cool. I've never seen anybody counter the Blade Runner like that. $2.999. Oh, whoa, he just wrapped up a submission. Dude, that was a crazy cool way to get into the sharpshooter. That sign in the audience just now said Paul Hyman and the Tribal Queef. Oh, the Blade Runner on the outside. Oh! Oh, come on, Turner. Boom, Blade Runner. Great match. Great match. That was really a great match. Dude, Jay's like foaming at the mouth. Does he have like snot all over his face, or is he foaming at the mouth? Smoked a couple too many bowls of the Chronic before he came out. All cotton-mouthed up. Oh, shit. FTR Glock getting beat down. It's 10:01. We're going long again. It's like 3 weeks in a row we go long. Ah, they're here! Let's go! Mixture of booze. CM Punk chats and booze. Wow. Oh, and FTR walks away. They did this on purpose to get FTR over right there. Great fucking call. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. Buck showing up at the end. That was awesome. I almost didn't see it coming, but, probably should have. I think I predicted it before we went on the air here. I don't know what I'm saying. Good episode of Collision. I did not miss CM Punk at all. Recap. I'm on Team TK. I agree with Tony Khan's decision. I really, really, really enjoyed Tony Khan's explanation at the beginning of the show. He really gave you an inside look to honestly how he felt watching that fight go down. He said it was the first time that he had felt like his crew, his security, and him himself were in danger. It was a great explanation by him. It was an absolutely great decision by Tony Khan to announce it tonight before the show and before All Out. I'm just going to give kudos to Tony Khan big time here for, let's just get it out. Let's just say it. Having the balls to get rid of CM Punk. That took a lot of balls to do that. I am sure that Warner, the network, were like, dude, we really, really want him here. Are you sure? I'm actually proud of Tony Khan here now. We got FTR in the main event. We got the Bucks showing up on Collision. I think we're in a good place here. I think without CM Punk, just put him in the rearview mirror. We can go back and remember some of his great matches, like the dog collar match with MJF. His banger with Hangman Adam Page. We're gonna look back at some of his awesome matches, but also gonna look back and be like, he ruined it. He fucked it for himself. He had the opportunity to come back to wrestling and make the biggest impact anybody has ever made in the sport. And he almost had a chance to do that before he ruined it for himself and shot himself in the foot multiple times. What's up, Christian? I just want to say I really appreciate all you guys hanging out with me here tonight, especially earlier on when we were talking about the CM Punk stuff for the first hour of this show. We're over 3 hours now tonight. I'm really hoping that Rome is going to be down for a review show tomorrow. I do want to do a review for this episode of Collision. I want to get Rome, on the show on camera. Unfortunately, he was at work tonight. He did join us for a while, through the Discord audio. But that's not the greatest audio when he's, out there at work. But thank you guys very, very much for joining us here tonight. If you have not already, please, please climb to the top rope. Climb to the highest of the top of the ropes as you can. And then I want you to jump and drop the biggest elbow straight onto that like button. Right, Chibi? My dog says same thing. Drop that elbow on that like button. And if you're not a subscriber of ours, hopefully tonight was at least entertaining enough to earn you to hit that subscribe button and join us for what I hope is going to be our review show tomorrow night. I'm pretty sure I can convince Rome to do it. We'll be doing a review tomorrow night or maybe tomorrow afternoon. One of those, we'll see. But join us on Monday for the game room. Rome will be doing his roundup of the video game news. I'm sure we'll be talking about Starfield. and the mixed reactions that Starfield is actually getting. I was kind of surprised. I think a lot of people were expecting a different game than we actually got. I think people were expecting something like Star Citizen on a bigger scale, but we got Fallout in space. So we'll talk about that. I love the game. I think it is an absolutely tremendous game to watch people play, streamers, all that stuff. But back to the wrestling. We will be back for wrestling on Wednesday night after Dynamite. Well, we'll be doing the all out review and all that stuff as well. Probably going to be doing a watch along for All Out tomorrow night, just like we did here tonight. And then we'll probably do a review for that one as well. Lots of shows coming up this week for us, man. It's a busy week. I didn't even think about that. So, all right, we definitely appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Drop the elbow on that like button. Please hit that subscribe button on your way out. And we appreciate every single one of you guys that was here tonight. We are driven by our chat. We absolutely love when you guys give your opinions in the chat. Helps us formulate our opinions, helps us think about our opinions, maybe sometimes even change them depending on what you guys say. So thank you guys again very much for being here. We had the Coog, we had Christian, we had Ovion, we had Jeremy, we had Michael Duke. If I missed anybody else, I am sorry, but there was a lot. Canadian War Machine was here, Miyaja was here, Ryan Davis, Queen Nat. Thank you all for being here tonight. And like I said, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. It's too far to scroll up there. But until tomorrow, top guys. Until tomorrow, top guys. Out.